Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey, and I'm going to have you join me today while I do my little daily knitting. I'm trying to get through this panel that I had to take apart to get to the size of this panel. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it so much, but this one, I had to take it apart. Look how much I have on here to get through, to get back to where I was, and yeah, I'm really not excited about it, but it had to be done. It just was not happening. Anyways, glad you're here today. Let's get knitting. It's weird to say knitting instead of crocheting, but both are fun, both are wonderful, both have their pros and cons. Okay, so I'm on my purl row here. I did do a couple rows already because I missed doing this yesterday. Yesterday just was not a day for this. I had way too many other things I needed to get done. On the plus side, my very bright rainbowy sweater I'm making for my daughter is almost totally done. I just have to sew up some pieces of it and do maybe 1 or 2 rounds around the collar, and that'll be it. I was thinking about doing a hood on it, but the yarn is so heavy, it's just not going to happen. It's heavy enough. Today our weather is super, super warm. We're already hitting 25, which is really, it's a good number. It's a good number. I really like that weather. But I have to continue steam cleaning. I'm fighting off some carpet beetles. I found some in my room. And I think they might be eating my bed, so that's fantastic. They're not touching my yarn, which is great, but my bed, yeah, I kind of need that too, so that's not cool. But I did do a quick Google, and it says everything I'm doing is exactly what you're supposed to do. You spray it down with vinegar, which I do. All my bedding and my beds get sprayed down with vinegar often. I got to do corners, all around the room, and it's always helped. So they really don't like it, but it says the biggest thing I can do is vacuum, and I vacuum pretty much every day. It's just, little corners and stuff like that. That's where they like to come from, and unfortunately, this place seems to have an issue with them. I didn't bring them in, but they were here when we moved in, and it's just been a battle ever since, and I usually can get pretty good. We're now in breeding season, so I gotta pull out the vinegar. Good thing I have 3 extra jars of it fermenting, getting ready, because what I do is I take old jars, empty ones, and I put either lemon or orange peels, or you could do both if you like the smell of lemon and oranges together. I personally don't really like that mix, but you can leave it. You put them in the jar and you put the vinegar in and you leave them sitting for about 2 weeks, and I guess after 2 weeks they're ready to be a disinfectant, or better yet, bug deterrent. Bugs do not like it. Lavender works well too. I'm not a big fan of lavender though, so it gets to my slight allergy of certain smells. Like my sinuses just get really sensitive about certain smells. Pardon me. So if you heard my notification, I have no idea what that notification was, and I'm not checking it. I am busy purling my life away. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Yeah. So what happened was, my stitching was looking super weird. Like, it got to a certain point, and then all of a sudden my stitching was just looking off. And I can't really explain it, but I ended up taking out a row. And so I exchanged it back to the other one. It was fine, But then down here, like 2 rows down, I noticed that it was just pulling apart, just from handling it. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not a good sign. So I ended up just taking it apart, thinking I would get to a point where it was good again. And I couldn't find that spot. It just kept on getting badder and worser and badderer. And I didn't want to do that. So I'm just going to start over. And I guess one of my knitting needles here has a slight bend to it, which is pretty awesome. Really excited about that. Okay. I think what started it is when I messed up that one row with doing my pearls backwards and thinking I was doing it right. I don't know what I was thinking. Some days I swear my brain just goes onto autopilot and I think I'm doing things right, and then it turns out I'm not, and I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. I've really got this together, don't I? But that's alright. It happens, and I'm only human. And that's A-okay. Just going through a really stressful time right now. I mean, we had taxes just finished. Then we had a homework crunch time where we had like 8 things due. Not me, but I'm helping guide someone through it and helping them get through it. So that was a lot of extra in a few days' time, at the same time as the taxes and whatnot. And this spring cleaning before the inspection. Like, the inspection's not even a big deal. The inspection is they're just inspecting, making sure that, you know, we're not doing anything illegal. We haven't dismantled our smoke alarms. Making sure all our stuff works, like our fans in the bathrooms are clean and in good working order, which they are. I just finished cleaning them the other day. Also because it has been 6 months since I did it last. Give them a quick little brush out and they're good to go. You can definitely feel the air being sucked out, so that's cool. I feel accomplished when I'm done. I just don't like using my ladder. It's not my favorite thing. But it's not the worst thing either, so that's not going to be a problem. I do have to dust the high walls in my living room and my ceiling fan out there. Other than that, I'm almost totally ready. It's just a matter of putting some toys away and straightening up a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy on the day because we live here. My house is not a show house, but I do need to steam clean the carpets there, especially in the living room. They haven't been done in a good couple of years, and you can see where I stopped last time, and I don't like that. And it's making everybody cough, so I got to get it done. I have a good steam cleaner now. My other one was a limpy one. It just wasn't working all that great, so this one cleans pretty nicely, and I'm pretty happy with that. You can't go wrong. It was free. It does have its quirks, though, so that's for sure. I'm going to have to put my brace on. I have to move my little couch. And when I say move my little couch, I mean I just drag it or push it. It's fine. The thing, my kids weigh more than that thing, and I have to pick them up, so I can handle it. I'm just going to put the brace on just so I don't end up like snapping or pulling on my wrist too hard. So I am being careful. I am taking my time with certain things. And everybody's like, oh, let me help you move this. It's like, no, you know what? If you help me move this, there's a good chance that you're going to want me to move faster than I can, so then I'll hurt myself. So I'm just going to go at my own pace. Let me do it. I look crazy. I look like I'm being a turtle, not getting it done fast. But on the other hand, I'm also not hurting myself more than just the usual I was active today hurts, which I love. I love those kind of hurts. I don't like injuries where you like pulled a muscle or slipped a disc or, you know, that kind of stuff. And blabber blabber. That's what I'm good at, right? Nah, I'm good at lots of stuff. Alright. I gotta hit up the library again. I missed some books to go back, and they're asking me for books I took back, but not the ones that I have. I'm a little confused, so I might have to go in and ask them if everything's okay in there and make sure my account is good, because I know I took those books back, and if you're telling me I didn't, I don't want to be on the hook for paying for books I don't have. Even though one of the books is a crochet snowflake book I picked up for my mom, I just had this feeling there was a book she would like it. Turns out it's a book she already had, but had disappeared. She had it at my sister's house, and when she went to go clean it out after my sister passed, it was no longer there. She had all her other stuff there, but that was one thing that just disappeared, which is really weird. I don't think they know anybody that would want a crochet book. Maybe they did. I don't know. Who knows? Could be anything. Okay. Minor interruption there. Anyways, we're on to our knit side. Little Miss just had a little cookie and she wanted me to have a bite of her delicious little cookie. That's so sweet. Try my cookie. It's so good, Mom. And it is. Very nice. Okay. Not sure what kind it is, but it's kind of a flavored shortbread almost. It has almost a molasses flavor. I think it's like a molasses shortbread is what I'm going to go with. Yeah, I definitely taste molasses. Not that that's a bad thing. I haven't had molasses cookies in ages. I should tell my mom. My mom's been getting back into her baking, which is a wonderful sign for her feeling like herself. I'm very happy to see that. It's a tough time. Tough times. Anyway. So we're on our knits. We're doing fantastic. Sorry about all the movement. How I have this set up to be able to see my knitting the easiest is kind of wonky. It's in my shirt on a stick. And yeah. So I can get the best view. I should get one of those ones that go on your head. They look like a headbands game. You just wear it on your head. I mean, we have lights like that in my house. That's not a problem. My husband was doing a lot of extra plumbing work on the side, so he needed the headlamps because they really help in those underneath cabinets and whatnot, seeing what you're doing. Of course, how are you going to do this if you can't see it? Just like everything else. So I will be probably in the next day, maybe two, be going through my yarn and bagging it all up. I don't think I'm going to make it a video this year. It's a lot of crinkly noises, and I understand a lot of people find that very uncomfortable. Personally, I get it. I don't like the sound of people chewing or eating. If I can hear you chewing, yuck. Ugh. Just gross. Nasty. This yarn is lovely, lovely. So this yarn is Ice Cream by Lion Brand. And this is Cookies and Cream. And this is the big one. I can't think of the name of it. I am really, really, really feeling, I think, allergies, to be honest. Either that or we're catching something, because my eldest daughter, she was really stuffed up in the middle of the night and coughing a lot. So I have a feeling we're about to come down with a spring fling of sickness, which would not surprise me in the least. I'm just feeling really, really airheady. Like, I can't think straight. I'm cloudy. Super tired. Like, super, super tired. There we go. And believe me, I do sleep well. I get my sleep. I love sleep. It's wonderful. I love laying down and going to sleep. It's great. Okay, so I have 140 stitches. I believe it is a bit wider than this one, which is okay, because that will give us our side, and then I won't have to do the side panels that I seem to always end up having to do, because I end up making the panels the exact same size, and that doesn't always work. I don't think with this one it's going to work, having the panels be the same size. This can be the back, and then come around under the arms. And then the front can be the front there. if you follow my meaning. Probably because some of us have all made garments. This is more, not so much a knitting project, more like a knitting slash sewing project. I don't know yet. We're going to see how it goes and how it works out. I do have my black yarn for the trim and the arms of this. I might not even need that much for the arms. I might be able to get away with doing like a stripe or something. That might be kind of cool. Let's see how it goes. We're going to see how I'm at when I've gotten to the right length that I want for this panel. Because that's just how I roll. We just got to do it that way. I am going to be working harder on finishing up a few of the projects I have on the go, like my my shredder, my tapestry. All that's going to be getting some extra attention very, very soon. I just need to hold through this and keep my stress level at a reasonable level so I can sleep and eat and all that good stuff. It definitely puts a strain on your physical body when you're stressed out all the time. High stress is not good for you. Low stress is pretty nice. But there are times where you don't really have much control over outside stressors, and you just kind of have to take your breaths, keep on breathing, keep on going, and get everything done you need to get done. Keep plowing through your list, keep your head down. Don't worry about stuff that's way down the road. Take care of what you need to today. So then tomorrow you can work on something else and continue going that way. Anyway, I'm going to keep on plowing through this knitting project as much as I can. We're going to get through this one because this is one of my older ones and I've just been procrastinating and my hand hasn't been loving it, so I seem to be doing okay now. I knitted for a whole half hour today in total. Some of it was on camera, some of it was not. And my hand actually feels pretty good. I have a small strain in here, but that was hurting from something I picked up that was too heavy yesterday without my brace. And I think within the next 2 weeks I'll probably start lifting small weights just to curl them, like just give them these curls, which I should do for both wrists, but this one I can really feel it's stiff, so I want to get more flexibility into it. Anyway, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. Got a little bit done on my project here. It's going. Thanks for joining me here, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!